Superheroes. You've seen the movies, idolized the characters, and may even have a little bit of body dysmorphia because of them. Why do I even try? From the moment Robert Downey Jr. suited up as Iron Man in 2008, there hasn't been a single year without a big studio or streaming service dropping some of that premium super content. Let's be real, we've all thought about how cool it would be to have powers at least once. But what if I told you that you were wrong? That's right, from broken bones to blindness to getting experimented on in an Amazon warehouse. If you're not careful, your life's gonna suck. Don't believe me? Okay, we'll keep watching, because we're taking a not so serious look at all the powers you've wanted that would actually really suck in real life on today's episode of... Alright, look, so there's two major reasons why having powers in the real world wouldn't be as good as you think. So, as dope as it might look in the movies and the TV shows, we all know that in real life things would be pretty damn messy because of this one reason here. People kinda suck. You're gonna have to deal with a whole lot of outside problems. From fake friends who only hang with you for clout, kinda like an IG model, to shady companies that try to experiment on you, kinda like an IG model. Come on, do you really think they know what's inside those detox teas? You might get all the perks of being a celebrity, but you also kinda have to deal with all the negatives that come with it.
Hey, good morning, Kanye.
Shut the f up.
As well as accepting that a lot of people are gonna see you as a dangerous threat to be feared and avoided, taken out, or just exploited. The second problem with most powers when you start to take a closer look at them is that in order to use them, you're gonna need other powers just to make sure using them doesn't get you or the people you're trying to save killed. And for most people, that's kinda not good. Just like a surgeon who doesn't know what he's doing, the deeper you go, the more problems you run into. So obviously I can't cover every issue that'd come with having powers. But I picked some of the best, starting with everyone's favorite.
My back! My back!
Let's face it, whether you've always wanted to fight crime or you just thought that putting on a little bit of muscle might help you impress your crush, it won't, bro. It really won't. You probably thought that being able to bench press a bus would be a total win. But guess what? It's not. You see, the problem with super strength boils down to two key questions. 1, how durable is your body? And 2, how durable is...
Oh yeah!
literally everything else. When you're strong enough to casually smash through buildings like they're sandcastles, the entire world becomes a sandcastle. With everything you do, you're gonna have to be extremely careful because just the slightest bit of a slip up could cause extreme damage to your surroundings. From doorknobs to car doors, from your girlfriend's back to your expensive Mac, nothing is safe from taking damage if you're not extremely careful. Got some really frustrating news over the phone? I hope it wasn't the new iPhone. Basically treat everything like it's made of glass, because any little unexpected spike in anger, excitement, or fear could cause a lot of damage. But hey, don't feel too bad for them though, because your body's gonna be taking just as much damage. You see, muscles that are 10 times stronger don't automatically mean you have a body that can handle 10 times the strain. So just because your muscles can lift the tank, doesn't mean your bones, skin, and organs can keep up with that. Without extreme durability to handle the weight strain and extra force you can throw around, you're like a glass cannon, really powerful, but also fragile enough for your own strength to hurt you. That's why every character with this power has at least a bit of extra durability added in, because otherwise, it's just gonna look stupid. Wanna punch through a brick wall? Long as you don't mind shattering all the bones in your arm, that's cool. Trying to pull something really heavy? 2 words. friction, burn. I'm not trying to show any gory pictures here, so here's a clip of some cheese being grated. It's the same concept really. Bite your tongue, crack your fingers, hell, even just scratch yourself too hard, and you could literally tear yourself apart. Fellas, I think you have the same image in your head that I have. It's not a pretty one. And one last thing for super strength. You know how when you're doing exercises like squats and deadlifts, how you gotta have extremely good form? Otherwise you could utterly wreck your spine, tear your muscles, or screw up your joints and tendons? Just remember the next time you try to pull a car up from a ledge. Straighten that back, or something's gonna crack. So if you want to really be able to use your strength properly, you're not just gonna have to be durable, you're gonna have to be that's right, invincible. Bullets bounce off of you, knives shatter on impact, and you can take the strongest of hits without leaving a mark.
Please.
Unless your mark, of course. As great as this power looks on paper, there's actually a really big problem with it. In order for this power to be strong enough to have knives shatter on your skin and bullets just bounce off you like it's nothing, you're gonna have to lose your sense of touch. Or at least most of it. You see, most of your sense of touch comes from the nerves in the surface and upper layers of your skin. The same skin that's so fragile, it only takes a sheet of paper to cut it open. So if you want to be able to shrug off serious damage, you're not just going to need extremely durable bones and organs. Your skin's going to need to be a lot thicker and way tougher. Not just calluses from the gym tough, nah, I'm talking Kevlar tough, diamond tough, early 2000s Nokia tough. And as a result, your sensitivity is going out the window. How bad could losing your sense of touch be? You tell me. How does never being able to enjoy the softness of your bed sound? Stressed out? Hope you weren't planning on getting a massage. Still not convinced? How about every single date you go on having a PG-13 ending? Because it's not like you were gonna feel anything anyway. And if you think the touch problem is bad, it gets a bit worse. Remember, invincibility isn't the same thing as super strength. So if there's an explosion or an earthquake and a building collapses on top of you, you'll survive, but you better pray someone comes and rescues you soon, because you're not pushing that rubble off of you, and you will starve. And one last thing, surgery? Yeah, that's not really an option anymore. Your doctor finds a brain tumor? Good luck getting through that impenetrable skull. Need a blood transfusion? Yeah, no you don't. Got diabetes, or maybe you just want a new tattoo. Have fun figuring out how to get a needle through your bulletproof skin. Let me know when you figure that out. If ruining the first two powers has you feeling just a little bit cold and numb, it's okay, I understand. But this next one should heat things up a little bit. Wait, is that Captain America? Pyrokinesis, firebending, getting lit.
We lit!
Whatever you want to call it, at some point in time, you've probably dreamed of shooting fire or controlling flames. But as nice as it might look in Avatar, controlling fire isn't gonna be as fun as you think. Why? You remember the fire triangle from science class, right? Oh no, you slept through science class. Okay, cool, don't worry about it. I'm gonna explain. If you want to start a fire, you gotta have three things: oxygen, heat, and fuel. Oxygen is everywhere, so you don't have to worry about that. And let's just say somehow you can magically make a lot of heat. I don't know, maybe it's the power of your SoundCloud mixtape. The problem you still have is that you just don't have any fuel for that fire. On the bright side, you know, the human body can make and release its own flammable gas, but I don't really think the Avengers are gonna be too eager to let you join when they find out where it's coming from.
Oh, hell no!
Finding a good fuel to stay gassed up at all times is gonna be pretty inconvenient though. On the other hand, you could still probably set things on fire if you get close enough to heat them, but at that point, You're a lot less like the Human Torch and more like the Human Microwave, and nobody's really excited for that. So if you want to shoot flames and not become Taco Bell's biggest supporter, you're gonna need to keep some really powerful fuel on you at all times. But unless you're willing to walk around with a bottle of rum, spraying it from your mouth and setting your enemies on fire like an alcoholic dragon, you can probably kiss shooting flames from your limbs or mouth goodbye. Also, quick note just before we move on to the last power. Unless you have the power to be fireproof, you can still get burnt by fire, so try not to do that. And another quick warning, you're probably not going to want to use these powers when you're inside small, closed-off places. Why? Well, because you'll burn through all of the oxygen in the room and end up suffocating yourself and anyone else inside there. Yeah, really gotta love that fire triangle. So by now I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who wants to yeet the fire triangle way out of sight. But just hold on a sec, cause that's not the only thing that's about to go way out of sight. Ah, my leg! So if you haven't guessed already, there's kind of a problem with this power, invisibility. The power to disappear from sight. One could only imagine all the different ways you could use this power to go and help. Nah, I'm just playing. I predict most of y'all would have 5 seconds before you go and decide to do something illegal with this power. The big problem with invisibility is that if you want to disappear from sight completely, it's gonna be almost useless to you. Why, you might be asking? Well, it has a little something to do with light. Okay, so real quick, how many of you actually know how light works? Somebody definitely looked away just now, so let me break it down for you. So to give a really big simplification of this, light is made of these little particles called photons. They bounce off of different things in different amounts, and then boom, some of them hit your eyes, and now you're seeing things. But if you're invisible, all the light coming at you has to bend around you so you can't be seen. And if none of that light can reach your eyes, you go blind. So if you still want to see whatever it is you probably shouldn't be doing, your eyes are gonna have to be visible, which is weird and kinda scary. On top of that problem, if you're in public, you gotta worry about getting hit by cars or having people run into you. If it's raining, dusty, or snowing, people can see your outline. And just because your body can turn invisible doesn't necessarily mean your clothes can too. And that could lead to problems. Alright, so there you have it, some of the most popular superpowers and why having them in real life would probably be a really bad idea. But tell me though, would you still choose to have any of these powers if they had the same limitations? And what other kind of powers would you want to see me cover in a part 2 in the future? Also, did you know that Marvel isn't the only one who does post-credit outro sequences at the end of their videos? So if for some reason you just love hearing this voice and you want to hear me ramble on about something that may or may not always be relevant to the video topic, wait a few seconds. Oh, hey, hi. So it's been a while. I know it's been a year and 6 months. Big stretch. Not my best work. So I was gonna come and explain in big detail all of my excuses for why I didn't post a new video in so long, but I'm just gonna put them right here. Or there. Whichever one is better. Just to break down the biggest point. Last laptop I had. Utter piece of crap. Painful to edit the first 2 videos on, but my god, it got so slow for the third one, and I almost couldn't even finish it because it was just on the verge of death. I'm talking editing one little thing, just doing a tiny cut or something that might take 2 minutes in my new laptop that I bought a few weeks ago would take 3+ hours. But anyway, things are a bit better now. So, not to sound like that one toxic ex who always comes back and promises to do better this time. I'm promising to do better this time. going forward, I'm gonna try to do better. Which is a good idea because during the time I was gone, another dude came and made a channel with the same name. And as a stubborn Caribbean man, there's only one thing in my mind to do. Overtake him. Nothing personal to the dude, he seems decent enough, but yeah, as much as I would love to go back in time and change things, just gotta move forward. Although, going back in time wouldn't be a bad idea for the next episode. Until then.